toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pit Bull Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Liberty Flames, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Liberty Flames offense will have the football first. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They go to the ground. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Hauls it in. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Looking for a gap. It's Ford. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. For just a minute, let's take a look at Liberty. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can...
Unloads it downfield. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. All right, guys, let's talk a little about Liberty. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So FIU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to pass, it's Proctor. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Copeland. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Lining up to convert 3rd down. The play action fake. Got him downfield. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Flames are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, Flames! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Penn State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A quick pass to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. FIU pushing tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll throw on third down. Fires to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Panthers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Proctor. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parker. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. First down here for the offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
FIU will line up to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught over the middle. It's Copeland. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He'll pitch it. Jukes his way for more. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Flames come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Sends it back in motion. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Flames back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Oh, they're after him. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's got him this time. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Flames, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on.
A shot for the end zone. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think he
breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. FIU pushing tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quickly to the tight end.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Flames will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
It's a reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Panthers will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And that's another FIU.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Proctor. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Dead center perfect. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 24 to Penn State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
And the Flames come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. For just a minute, let's take a look at Liberty. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement, you create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
17, Florida International, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to... How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Flames can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Flames are rolling down the field. On the move, it's Coleman. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Proctor. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Dawson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And his throw is incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here's a heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw again. They'll run the screen. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. FIU will line up to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication.
He's going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And you can tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on 2nd down. On the ground, it's 4. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Off play action. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 35. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to take a shot. Off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this 2nd half.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And the Panthers want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that, let's get ready for it, let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forced an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll operate out of split backs. Now they'll try the right side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Touchdown, Flames! A great catch and run for 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Virginia.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on!
Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give on the option. Oh, better look out! Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. FIU pushing tempo. Gives it on the option. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Monster fire on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. FIU will line up to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The give to the back. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll run the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right.
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam, that defender's right in your face.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. FIU pushing tempo. Just feeds the running back. Got the first down and more. Running room in the middle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
24, Florida International, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Daniels. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Flames now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Quarterback now breaking the field. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. A third down try for the offense. To the air, it's Daniels. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Liberty. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Hey, you got to have your big boys up front, creating you some time, buying you some time, and he starts all the way on the right side, comes to the left. What do you have to see? You have to see the coverage as you come across the formation. He runs to green grass, finds space, QB leads him. Nice, big, explosive play for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Florida International, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a... Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. FIU pushing tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And a nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Got his man downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Hold.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding.
325.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again. This time a rather long one from 46 yards out. smashes it between the uprights. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Flames with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Copeland. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. First down here for the offense. They'll try the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lee. Pushed down for the tackle.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Flames will call on their punt team. He's got it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. Sets up the screen. Spins away from the defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Offense working from the pistol. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out.
Touchdown, Flames! And the punishment has been extended. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Ball State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Coleman. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The RPO, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He'll take it himself. He's stopped short, and it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. To throw, it's Proctor. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes a grab, he's got a first down. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Wall. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wall. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they'll take a knee.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.